Monday, July 25th, 2011. I said I was going to do 2 update videos a week, and I just didn't last week. I was stressed out. I still am stressed out, but I need to stop isolating when I'm stressed. That's what I tend to do. My 2 biggest things when I get stressed is eat and isolate. I haven't been eating. I just got done posting my week of food vlogs, which helped me to not overeat because I knew I had to be accountable for them. But then I also tend to isolate when I'm stressed. The things I'm stressed about aren't bad things, necessarily. They are good things and moving forward things, but it's just stressful to me. First I'm going to talk about my food and my weight and that. My food the last week has been really good, as you know, if you watched my food vlogs. Every day I was below 1,200 calories, but I bounced around from like 700 to 1,100 to 900. I don't know if that's good or if that's worse than, I don't know. But I would like to stay between 900 and 1,000, but some days I don't. Some days I'm up to 1,100, which I know that isn't like a big thing, but I get stressed out when I think too much of the calories because I want to lose weight and I want to get this done, and I think if I eat less then I'll lose more, which I know isn't the case, but in my head that's what my head tells me. But with being stressed, I've been hungry a lot, and it's stress-induced hunger. It's not actual body hunger, and it's been really hard for me not to make extra food and more food and just totally overeat. I haven't ordered any pizza this month. Usually I order pizza once a month, and that I call that my treat. But I didn't do that this month, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't do that, and I'm going to try to just keep that as my goal, not to order pizza. It's too easy just to order it. I don't keep cash on hand, and it's just too easy to put it on my debit card and it comes out of my checking account and just sign the slip. Even for the tip I can sign the slip. So that was just too convenient for me to do. But it's been really hard for me this week not to do that because pizza is my ultimate comfort food. My getting a pizza and a bottle of pop, and then everything feels like the world is okay. But I know in reality that is just making everything worse. That's just adding on to not losing weight, and my weight is just, I know my weight isn't the only problem I have. I have panic attacks and agoraphobia and stuff like that, but my weight contributes a great deal to that. I would say probably 75% of that problem. My agoraphobia and panic attacks come from thinking I'm going to die, and thinking I'm going to die because I'm overweight. So it kind of all stems from, I'm sure I would probably think of some other reason I thought I was going to die in my head if I wasn't overweight, because that's just how agoraphobia and panic attacks are. But I haven't left my apartment in a very long time. I haven't left the building. I'm being totally honest here. I haven't left the building in a long time. So knowing that I'm going to have to do that in the next couple weeks, I guess this is the segue into my stressful things. I've been having I knew for a long time I was going to have to make an appointment with a lawyer to talk about my mom's estate and some other things that I'm going to have to take care of hers. I need to be appointed the administrator of her estate because she never had a will, but I'm her only daughter, or I'm her only child, so, you know, I am the heir to, she didn't have that much, and it was just our house. There was like our house, and she had a car. So it's not like she has a huge estate full of money or anything, but I do have to get it, since I'm not living in the house and I'm not going back to the house, I need to get it turned over into, to be appointed the administrator so I can sell the house and, you know, get that stuff taken care of because it's been almost a year and it needs to be done. So I made the appointment for August the 2nd at 10 a.m. and I'm stressing about having to do that. So anybody out there who prays, I would appreciate it if you would pray for me for the strength and courage to not chicken out. I can't chicken out because my cousin is taking time out of his day to take me to the lawyer's office, and the lawyer is a friend of his, and he's doing it as a favor for me. So I can't chicken out. I have to be strong, and I have to do this. I do want to get it done and taken care of, and I do want to get out of the apartment building, and I do want to start leaving and doing things. That's one of the stresses. And then another stress is I was talking to another cousin that had started helping me last year with my, my weight loss and stuff. And we had been talking for the past year about I wanted to start college classes. And I've been putting it off and putting it off. And she said, well, why don't you just apply and see what happens and see if you're, if you get admitted. And I said, well, I guess I could do that. So I applied and I was admitted. I was accepted, and which is really exciting. But I have to go there to take a compass. It's called a compass test, and it shows them if you have to take like a refresher high school level class before you start taking the actual college classes like reading, writing, math, and basic algebra, or the subjects of the compass test. So I need to call and schedule to get that done. And I want to do that before I really want to start this fall. But if I want to start this fall, I have to do that before August 14th because that's the deadline to register for classes. And I have to take this test before I can register for the classes. So that's like the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'll have to do that. And that stresses me out too. I was going to try to see if I could do the lawyer thing and the compass test on the same day, but I don't know if that's possible or not because I don't know if my cousin will have time on that day because he's taking time out of his work to take me. So I don't know if maybe I can switch the day with the lawyer so I can do it all in one day and get it done. I don't know. I'll have to see. But at any rate, I'm going to have to be leaving the apartment in the next, week and a half, 2 weeks. And I'm not looking forward to it because in my head, I've talked myself into if I walk more than a few feet, I'm going to die of a heart attack. I have no evidence of this. I have no chest pains. I have no shortness of breath. I have nothing. Well, I'm short of breath because I'm overweight, but which that has greatly improved too because I was noticing yesterday I vacuumed because the Comcast guy is coming tomorrow to fix my telephone, my home phone, which isn't working, and I figured I would vacuum because I didn't want him to come in and see cat hair on the floor and think a cat exploded in my apartment, and it needed done anyhow. So and it's really weird to me that I can vacuum my whole apartment standing up and not be totally out of breath. I'm not saying that I'm not out of breath at all, but I'm not anywhere near, like, not even a tenth of out of breath as I used to be. I used to have to vacuum a little bit and then sit down, and then I'd vacuum a little sitting down, and then I'd stand up and then vacuum some more. But I was able to vacuum the whole living room and my whole bedroom without sitting down. So that was really exciting, and I noticed I can walk more. And I was also never the type of person who liked to talk on the telephone while I went from room to room because I didn't want people that I was talking to on the phone to hear me breathing heavy. But I walk back and forth from the kitchen to my bedroom and walk around and do things while I'm on the phone, and I don't get out of breath anymore, which is really exciting. And I just have to somehow pound it into my head that I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same size as I was a year ago. My last weigh-in, I had lost 170 pounds. So I'm thinking that by now I've probably lost over 200 pounds. I'm like I don't want to say that for sure because I don't know. I haven't gotten weighed in yet. But more than likely, I've lost over 200 pounds now. And that is, a big difference in my body size and my body weight, and a big difference in my mobility. So I just have to keep pounding it into my head that I'm not the same person I was a year ago. And it's hard for me to remember that. So back to the college thing. I'm excited about that. I hope I can start in the fall. If for some reason, if they can't schedule me to take it within the next couple of weeks to register for classes before the fall cutoff, then I guess I'll start in January, I would guess. And that's exciting for me. When I was in high school, I didn't like learning, and I hated studying, and I didn't study. And it wasn't because I wasn't smart. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I think I'm average. I have average intelligence. That sounds kind of conceited, I think. But I'm not saying I'm extremely smart, and I don't think I would have ever gotten straight A's, but I could have done a lot better than I did in high school. I didn't study because of the problems I was having at home, and just not wanting to study. I guess laziness, not making excuses, just laziness. But now that I think my head is in a better place, and I'm more mature than I was then, I really look forward to learning and to studying. And books have always excited me. So textbooks, learning and reading, and I can take my classes online until I am ready to go out every day. And another good thing is, once I am ready to, probably maybe next fall, I'll be ready to do the daily classes. Until I can get a car of my own, there's the bus stops right outside my apartment building. So that's really convenient, and it stops right in front of the community college too. So that's going to be really helpful for me in the future. So that's kind of where I am. I don't know exactly what I want to be when I grow up yet. I do know it's something in the medical field. Medical stuff has always excited me, always. I've always loved all kinds of medical shows, and I even took a nursing class in high school. I was just 1 year away from being able to be a nursing assistant. If I would have kept on my senior year, I could have been a nursing assistant, but I didn't do that. So at first I thought I wanted to do like medical transcribing, but then that would just give me an excuse to stay in my apartment more. And my whole goal is to get out in the world and to not have to stay in my apartment all the time. So I've narrowed it down to pharmacy tech, x-ray tech, or respiratory therapy. Those are the three top ones right now that I think I would enjoy the most. I don't know. I have time to decide because I have to take my core classes first, and there's plenty of time to figure out exactly what area of medical that I want to go into. But I was accepted into the medical field program, so that's exciting. And that's about all the news I have. My sleeping is getting better. I went to sleep at 11 last night and woke up at 3 this morning. So slowly it's getting better, back to sleeping at night. So that's getting better too. So all in all, it's good. I would just appreciate prayers. If anybody prays, pray for my courage and strength to get things done that I need to get done in the next couple of weeks. But I will update again soon, and I hope everyone has a really good week, and I hope you had a good weekend, and stay cool.